I just did a 2-week transatlantic cruise on board the Norwegian Viva. And I stayed in a Avon 2-bedroom family suite. And the key word here is family. Having a teenager traveling with me, this cabin was a blessing. So it was probably one of the best cabins I've ever stayed at sea, but it does have some details that probably you should know of. Getting an honest review is super important for multiple reasons. The first one is that you get to see how it really is. Second, maybe, just maybe, the ship designers and architects will see these reviews and incorporate the feedback to make better ships for the future. So let's do the tour of the cabin. It's a small cabin, it's not going to be a big tour, but then I will tell you all the details about having the experience of living on board in this cabin for 2 weeks. Anyway, let's check the video and see how it goes. Entering in the room is already a wow factor. You see the mirror to the left, the other room to the right, you see the coffee machine, and then you get into this amazing living room. Oh, I could imagine immediately the soon as moment I got on this cabin that I would spend a lot of time here. You know, look at this big TV screen. Let's go and have a quick look at the smaller room. Like I said, this was a blessing having a teenager, you know. So this was the room for my daughter. It was amazing. You know, you see the light coming out from that window, the big TV. It's got then also its private bathroom, and that is so important. You can't imagine the time I had to wait in other balconies to get the toilet or the restroom free. So as you can see, it's got a lot of space, it's got a good shower, it's got shelves to put your stuff in. Over here, it doesn't have a lot of shelves, but it does have enough. And my daughter was alone, so it was a very good bathroom for her. As we exit the bathroom, we can see again those panels where the light comes from and keeps the privacy, so it doesn't feel as interior as it might seem. Oh, my coffee machine. Ooh. Yeah, I forgot to mention they left here a champagne bottle for us, complimentary. That is always so nice, with a lot of ice to keep it frozen. I didn't drink it on the first day, but it was okay. And over here is where we also got some complimentary water. I had to order then a pack afterwards, and where they put all the documentation regarding what happens during the day. A beautiful living room to be here in. Okay, let's check now the master bedroom, and look at this, such a huge bed. This was really a king-size bed, marvelous. I spent a lot of time here, and look at it, another TV screen also over here. That is amazing. So I could sit here and watch a ton of those other videos that I mentioned, you know, and I could have me in the bedroom, my wife in the living room, my daughter in her room, everyone with a different TV. And yeah, we got the balcony. Wow, you get a lot of light here, so we have to be careful as we get out, you know, if you're not ready, and you get all that light. But it is such a nice room. Look at this. Okay, so now let's go check the master bathroom. Also very neat. So bigger than the other one. We could have the two of us preparing ourselves in the morning over here or during the evening. Some shelves. I do complain about the storage space. a big shower here with a good L'Occitane amenities. That is good. A thing I like also is having the clothesline. You know, as we dry, you put the swimsuits over here. Some shelves for shampoos. I think they had more wet storage than they had dry storage. Okay, but it was convenient. And then it has isolated the toilet over here, which was also quite neat. And once more, the toilet also has some storage here if you want. So a nice, beautiful room. And it also has a walk-in closet. The walk-in closet, a little bit on the small side, I would say, at least for us to get in, but it does have a lot of storage. But you see this mirror here on the left? That tended to occupy a lot of space in the room. Was not optimal. But as you can see, we do have here space. We put all the stuff over here with the hangers. It's got a little safe over here, which is quite nice. And here we are. Beautiful room. I spent a lot of time here, slept like a baby over here. Let's go back to the balcony. So through the living room here. I love this living room. I can't say enough. But let's check out the balcony. Okay. So as you can see, the balcony, this is a family villa 2-bedroom with large balcony. So the balcony is really large. So you see there the table where we could have a meal, and you see here some sofas where we could sit, sip a drink, enjoy the view. We do have a lot of privacy. As you can see, those rooms there, they don't have access to us. You have the view to the infinity pool, and yet again, the table. I love this room, but inside there is no place to actually work where you can put your laptop on. So I ended up working quite a lot of the times here on the balcony. But at least it's got this nice table, which can be used either for in-room dining or for working. I decided to use for working, maybe both. And now let's grab a cup of coffee. I love to make my Nespresso coffee here in the morning and afternoons. So I must confess, this machine was a very precious piece of the cabin. It is really something important, and I really love to have my coffee in the balcony, enjoying this amazing view, this fantastic sunset or sunrise. The entrance of the room. Okay, so we tap into the control. It has this sensor. Notice that it has that card there that allows to keep the room always with power without us having to put the CPAS. So you can control there the temperature, make my room, all these controls from this beautiful console. Then we have the mirror, like I mentioned in the beginning. It's top to down. Over here we have power supplies. Notice that we have American, and this is the only power supply of European. So don't forget to bring your adapters. I found is that the Nespresso machine is programmed to do quite long espressos, not the short ristretto style we like in Europe. So you can reprogram, but it is easy to reprogram. You just have these two buttons, and you just press this button for the duration of the flow. So you put in the capsule, very easy, turn it up, and when it is full, the light there, so when the light stops blinking, it should give a full light at that moment in time. Okay, so now it stopped blinking. You have it ready, you have the capsule in, you just press, just press, don't take the finger off. You wait until you see the size, and then you put the finger out. Take the finger out. And that's how you program the machine. Let's go now to the living room. And this is a beautiful living room, as you can see. And notice the TV, awesome, great views. But we already know that. Now, small detail. So we do have here, we get the fruit every morning. It is really nice. And check here the sofa. It seemed like a nice, innocent sofa. Well, it is a sofa bed, as you can see. So this cabin can sleep 6. Basically 2 in each room, plus 2 in this sofa bed. It is quite nice. Now, as we noticed, the only European power adapter or power plug that we have was by the coffee. Every other plug is US. We do have a lot of USB, so don't worry with that. Do bring your adapters. Now, on the master bedroom, we have a phone. There you see once more the plug. And that phone allows us to keep in touch with the butler, the room attendant, and so on. See, more plugs. By the bed, there's quite a few buttons. I tell you, I feel that I need to be a rocket scientist to be able to operate this. Basically, you've got buttons, yeah, for the curtains, the shades, and some of the light switches. And the curtains close. One notice is this place to put your luggage under the bed, which is normal in all lines. Now this one has these doors and it's got the eye, so you have to be careful with the size of the bags. Also, you can only have 2 bags per bed. And notice that one is the queen bed, the other one is the king bed. You have to be careful to make sure that the size fits okay inside or under the bed. And this is really something that we need to take care of, because if our bags are too big, we might have a problem. So the standard size that for bags of 20 to 34 kilos are the good. You see, you can only put 2 because then we've got this drawer, and the drawer doesn't allow to put any more beds, but it allows to keep storage in. This is the place where you have to keep the bag. So 2 bags per bed. Good. See, the drawer occupies there some space, so you can't put a second bag for each person. So basically 1 bag per person, and then you've got the drawer to put whatever you need. See, both sides have the same thing. So all in all, quite a nice room we have here. It's nice to have this walk-in closet, but it is quite small. You see, I have to do some exercise here. So I get the door, and then finally I got into the closet filled with clothes. And it's because this mirror occupies quite a big space here. Anyway, it is good to have it. And now we're going to see here, you see the safe. We also have the safe there. And it is not too big, but it is enough to put your passports, your mobile phones, and your wallet. Not much more that you can put in there. Not a laptop, definitely not. See, this is basically how we used it every day. Now to the bathroom, some peculiarities. So we have here the power, once more only US, but we do have that USB. Check the power switch here. But what I love the detail is that USB port. And why? Oh, check this. You see, I've got this adapter to charge my toothbrush with the USB. It was so convenient. See, that was so neat. It was the first time I used this, I think. Oh my God, awesome. But as you can see, not much space, so we basically had to have everything piled up. It's kind of weird. Not a lot of storage space, as you can see. Everything is completely tight, compact over here. We can put some mouthwash, but not much more. On the other side, inside the shower, we do have some shelves. I wonder why so many shelves over here. It is definitely not something I was expecting. Our L'Occitane products, those are good. I really love them. In the shower, we do have the clothesline, so it is good to put our swimsuit drying or any other stuff you want. Yeah. So a thing that felt weird is that they have this little stool here under the place. I'm not sure what for, if we want to sit as we brush our teeth, but not much more. I would expect rather something to put, you know, all the garbage, but we have that in the toilet. Okay. And now to the other room, to the second room, the same thing, always US power supplies, not much European, so don't forget to bring your power adapters if you have. The shades for the room are important. You have this button here, which seems to have no information, and it raises and lowers the shades into the room, this interior room. And that's how it gave that feeling that it was really not that interior, because you did get this somehow natural light, but if for some reason the people were talking in the other room, you could create a shade. And it also has a safe. So it's got a second safe, very good. Both rooms have safes, and this allows for a better management. As we saw before, now with usage, the bathroom, not too many shelves, but if one person, then it's enough, and the other shower a little bit smaller. A key point is always selecting the location of the cabin. So I selected the cabin, it is right over here below. 2 decks of the pool deck. So the pool deck is on deck 16. On deck 15 you have the first set of cabins, and then I go for deck 14. Why? I want to avoid the noise of the chairs and the lounges pulled around in the pool deck. And also on this side of the ship, because as I was going from the US to Europe, you get the sun always this side. Being in such a cabin is essential, especially because we're going to get a lot of sea days, so we will pass a lot of time in the cabin. Well, not a lot of time, but quite a bigger chunk of time as opposed to when we have a lot of port days. I do hope that you liked this cabin review and tour. If so, please like the video and subscribe to the channel to see other similar videos. In the meantime, you can check the full Norwegian Viva on this other video.